Good morning. Me alright. Me nothing wrong with me. Me alright. But not listen to everything you hear and believe, because sometimes people run with the wrong story and people say the wrong things and people accuse people wrongfully. But what I'm saying is that we have no answer for what take place. I was there part of what in the last part in the evening what happened. But all I know is I see mystery and I see God in action. What I witness. How can you sit down one place and one soldier and police, military, 100 gunshot go at you one time and not one shot touch the man of God? That is mystery. That's all me have to say. What happened is it is not spiritual. It is a demonic attack from some maroon people when car come the Saturday night. Me can't explain to you, but me talk to you. Listen to what you hear, but and everything you have swallow and accept. But me alright still, me good. We get paper for go a court for breach a curfew act. We were taken to jail. We treated like a king and queen down there. Some of the guys them that was inside, and so His Excellency still there. But just pray for him, so they may do Jesus and he may come out victorious. So we have to suffer with him and reign with him. Now so I go, Christ. Of course I'm good. I'm good because I'm alive and well and God is able to carry through. But you don't tell me or you can't answer for me or you cannot stand before God for me. So allow me to make my decision. Me thank you for concern, but maybe the concern you have is not a good concern and is not a good advice. So therefore, me no want you sorry for me. And me no want you tell me what to believe in or who to believe in or who to trust, because every man have to stand before God and give account for their own sin and their own judgment. So you can't be a judge, neither for me, for bishop, nor nobody. So therefore, work your own salvation out with fear and trembling and leave God people alone and mind your own business. That's all me have to say, because the Bible teach you and say, touch not the Lord anointed, doing profit no harm. And if you don't know and understand, you leave it alone, because you in this world, but you still don't understand the world you live in. So therefore, you need to go down for your knee, ask God to open your eyes and we soon see what take place. Miss Reed, me and your friend, but you can't tell me what to do with my life and how to live my life. And I said so Jesus, when you had 12 disciples, then betray him and then turn them back on him. You can't tell me to turn my back on my bishop, because him same one when deliver you from your bleeding, where you when come out there with the bleed like a cow and you they go to church too much here and he never deliver. And him deliver you, so you can't say that. So you can't tell me what to do with my life and who me to believe in, because you don't know what take place. Sorry if this disappoint you, but I'm so sorry. Goodbye.
So Stram go on. So people, I'm back again with another video. And you know, so me I keep updated on this thing. And I wanna hear before the voice note, I wanna remember of His Excellency, our church where him did have the Montego Bay. And she me couldn't know straight say she now turn her back on him and she go stay loyal to our bishop. And as a matter of fact, she was talking to a fellow church member. You understand me? She was at tell her say she not quit. She has stay and she has stick with him. And she don't want nobody tell her nothing. As you hear. And people, me gonna make you see inside of the ark a bit. Me have some little video for show you. But first, me I go tell you me go read some things for you and tell you, because these are people who give them testimony and not come out to the public. Some people are come out, some people still are stick with him, some people not stick with him. As the woman they said she has stay faithful. And me post a video on my Instagram and the people them not feel so nice about it. Some people are say she should have get the dirt and all those things. And of course, people are gonna always say for them own things, but people may have some screenshots for sure, and me gonna read them to you. And these are people who actually was inside the ark and pay so much money for go in at the ark. So them people them pay how much money for go in at the ark for go eat rice and mackerel gravy or something like that. When them get them eat for 100,000 and for just go lay down on the floor on mat and eat rice and I eat mackerel gravy and all them something there. When them get them something here. And so just imagine how much of them and them people here pay them for money just left them here go eat mackerel gravy. Anyway, we'll get to it and make a show now. So we're gonna start with cult victim tells all. So these are people I read what the people them attack say no. So cult victims tells all $100,000 fee to stay in Simit Ark, where congregants slept on the floor and were fed dumpling and mackerel gravy. So it was the rice people, it was dumpling and mackerel gravy. Not mackerel gravy. Montego Bay St. James for an entire month of March last year, 70 congregants of Pathway International Kingdom Restoration Ministry who were told to pay 100,000 each for entry into Kevin's ark, slept on concrete floors and barely had enough to eat. That first boarding of the ark ended badly, but without the loss of life seen during this week's, the red substance are supposed to be BLO. We can't call it the word about the second attempt. So say a BLODD. Why me want say, but YouTube still. Anyway, people, yesterday a victim of Sunday's ritual who had boarded the ark on both occasions painted a picture of the occasion heavily focused on feathering the nest of its leader and followers who often blindly comply with the shepherd's wishes. In an exclusive interview, the victim, who asked not to be identified by the name, said Simit first call for them to board the ark came just a week after Jamaica confirmed the first COVID-19 cases. He told us to take out loans. You hear that, people? Loans. He told us to take out loans and bring them to him, buy food stuff, and because the Lord spoke to him and told him that something is coming. That was the novel corona pandemic that was coming. He knew about it. I don't know how, but he knew about it before it came here. And the man said, he then called the ark on March 17. He said, we should all get into the ark because a lot of things are going to happen and the coronavirus is going to kill a lot of people. We believe him, the young man added. He explained that the ark was the name Simit gave to the physical building of the organization, now being labeled as a cult. It was stocked with supplies paid for with loans taken out by congregants. And people may have a video of that for sure now. Alright. Members who had been experiencing financial difficulty were given a blight, but nobody entered free of course. I didn't have 100,000, so I ended up paying 20,000. But everybody else told him they should bring in that 100,000. A lady had to pay 300,000 for her 2 daughters and granddaughter. But a lot of people did pay the 100,000 to come and stay there, said the man. He said it was a grueling 4 weeks at the premises in Albion St. James. While we were there, we were treated badly by people he had as the missionaries and ministers. We were getting 2 dumplings with mackerel gravy for dinner. He had us sleeping on the ground and they were cooking like 3 tins of mackerel for about 70 people. People, let me read that again. While we were there, we were treated badly by people he had as the missionaries and ministers. We were getting 2 dumplings with mackerel gravy for dinner. He had us sleeping on the ground and they were cooking like 3 tin mackerels for about 70 people, he said. Now people not hear that loud and clear. So imagine you left your yard go pay 100 and add 1,000 or 100,000 just to go eat mackerel gravy and dumpling and people for treat you, but then you go sleep on the floor for the whole of 4 weeks. Yes, people, some Jamaicans did that. So just imagine how much money this man been a swipe away from the people them. And people are pay 300,000. So you just imagine how much millions him collect. People, can people be so naive? Anyway, make we carry on. He would make them give us ton cornmeal to eat, a dog style list. Some days we got porridge to eat in the morning and soup to drink in the night. And those and balance. He would make them give us ton cornmeal to eat. Some days we got porridge to eat in the morning and soup to drink in the night. You know those are appetizers, so we would get hungrier. So people may have to read them over for make you really understand what I say. Let me move on to the next slide now. With empty stomachs growling, congregants were also forced to sleep on cold slab as the building was still under construction. People, may I go over it again. With empty stomachs growling, congregants were also forced to sleep on cold slab as the building was still under construction. You know here, people, you know hear them something here? Jamaican people do them something here. When the lady started to talk about everything, that's when he told us that we were going to go home and he's going to tile out the place because the ground wasn't suitable. This is the condition of the ark, alright? And then we would come back, the young man said. On Sunday, what congregants believe was a 3-day convention turned into a nightmare after 2 members of the organization were stabbed to death during a ritual involving human sacrifice. 3 others were injured. Another member was killed by the police after allegedly charging at the security force with a knife. Commotion was over there as a daily basis because people were not used to getting this little bit of food. He even changed the menu and we got broth in the evenings. But that didn't really have much substances to help you to go through the day. So we were always hungry, the man added. With empty stomachs growling, congregants were also forced to sleep on cold slabs and the building was still under construction. You know, hear them something here, people? When the lady started talking about everything, that was when he told us that we were going to go home. And people, it seems as if me tell them that slide there already. And seems like some other information in this also. So I could go over it. When the lady started talking about everything, that was when he told us that we were going to go home and he is going to tile out the place because the ground wasn't suitable for us and we would come back, the young man said. He later called others behind our backs and stated that no ark will be kept. Time passed and we started to going back to church. So them 300,000, them 50,000, them 100,000 gone. Alright, me could carry on. In addition to the steep entry fees to get into the ark, they were also forced to pay utility bills. Lord of mercy. The young man said, he said that we have to pay for the internet because why? We have to call the family abroad and we have to pay for light and water. I think it was like ridiculous figure. He said water bill came up to 200,000 and that the light bill came up to this and that. So every family had to pay additional money. The victim shared. People, he said that after a month at the premises and no sign of condition improving, former member was made aware of the events and raised an alarm on social media. This forced the leader to allow them to exit the ark, he said. I came to a point where a lady overseas who used to come to the church started to talk about it. She posted on Facebook saying that this is not right. How can he have people sleeping on the ground while he was locked up in his office under AC? He was eating big food while we were eating scrapes like we were dogs, he said. No, people. I don't know. Right now I'm still in shock because I can't believe that something like this was possible. So why people not for us form on own opinions on this one? Because me don't really have much to say. As me already say everything and show everything. Because I know me still not understand it. Me have to wonder. Right now my brain freeze, me confused after I hear how me I read. Come on, really can't believe say human beings. I'm not talking about children. These are grown adults did something like this. Anyway, people, don't forget to form your own opinions and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so when we come back with another video like this and another update on this situation with this ark business, you know not gonna miss it. Because you know what Sus Jam we are gonna tell you everything. In the meantime, people, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Sus Jam. Yo, my people, you just form your own opinions and tell me if you not going at this ark. You not gonna pay on 200 and 350,000 for go live so for go eat mackerel and turn cornmeal and sleep on floor and pay for water bill and all these things. Anyway, people, you form your own opinions and what good until I come back again with another update.